A father and his little son lived together. Over time, the little son fell ill with a bad disease. The father took care of him and his needs every day. One day, he took his son to the hospital for therapy. The doctor approached the father and said, "Your son will not live for long." The father was shocked and worried. He took his son home and played with him. "What is the thing in the world you want the most?" asked the father. "I want to play with cars, and I want to listen to bedtime stories and look at the sea," answered the son. The next day, the father brought a toy car. Every night, the father read bedtime stories. The father tried to make his little son's days brighter. He noticed that his son was getting sicker every day. He was in a lot of pain and suffering, but on his son's face, he could see his will and desire to live. One morning, the father took his son to the shore by the sea. "Me and my car like the sea. It's so calm and beautiful," said the son. "You'll see this sea every day, and you'll be able to enjoy it as much as you want," answered the father. The son then opened his backpack, took a paper and pen, and drew the sea. The father and his little son sat by the shore. The next day, the son asked them to go to the shore by the sea again and watch the sunset. The father fulfilled the son's wish, and the son drew on paper a picture of him and his father sitting on the shore by the sea. Time was passing, and the little boy's health was getting worse. One evening, before going to sleep, the father was telling a bedtime story, and the little boy felt very sick. The father called an ambulance, and the son ended up in the hospital. He was lying on a hospital bed. He kept trying to remain happy and smile. "You will recover soon, and we will go to look at the sea again," said the father, and went home. In the morning, the father came to the hospital. He found an empty bed in his room. The doctor approached the father and said, "Your son passed away during the night." The father started to cry. Sadness hit him. He felt empty inside. The same evening, he entered his son's room and found pictures from the shore. On one drawing was the message, "I knew I was going to die. Thank you for brightening my last days. Now I'm going to heaven. I'll take care of you." The son woke up in heaven standing in front of a golden gate. A mysterious man appeared and approached the little boy and said, "This is heaven. You will no longer feel pain and suffering. You will be happy, and you will be able to take care of your father." "How do you know that I want that?" asked the boy. "I watched you from heaven. I know how hard it was for your father and how much you want him to be happy," replied the mysterious man. "Will I now be able to watch my father forever and take care of him?" asked the little boy. "Yes, you will," said the mysterious man. The boy sat on a cloud and watched her father. He saw that the father was sad and suffered every day. The morning came, and the father woke up alone in the house. He went to his son's room, but the room was empty. The feeling of emptiness and sadness was strong again. He went to the shore and sat by the water, looking at his son's drawings. He noticed that in the second drawing, a toy car was in the sand not far from them. He looked around and saw that the toy car was buried in the sand. He dug up the toy car and found a note. The note said, "I want you to be happy and to continue your life. I was strong because of you, and I want you to remember me like that. I will watch you every day. Thank you for everything. My toy car will protect you forever. I love you, Dad."